thank you very much for coming. I've been introducing the film a few times, and sometimes I can hear myself repeating myself, and I hit nothing more, and this gets very boring. So I'll try to pick out a few lines from another speech. If you can still read it. Well, it's something like this. Hopefully, force of destiny won't send you home with an empty heart. And hopefully the film will enrich your life instead of pondering to our lower instincts. As the great Polish poet Herbert said once, we must hurry to love others, otherwise it might just be too late. Because the proof of our lives is the love we leave behind, it says in the film, you will find. And life must be an act of love, whatever the consequences. Having had the fortune or misfortune to have had a transplant, of course, changes our lives. But the biggest change to me came in my concern for others and the world I live in. I realized that life wasn't just for living, but what we do with that life. It's not easy to finance, as we all know, it's not easy to finance a film that has no car chases, no guns, no special effects, no violation of body and spirit. We're always supposed to go for action, kill or torture a few people on the big or small screen. That's what people want, that's what makes money, they say. I'm sure that's not what people want. I've been saying this all my life, but nobody ever listens. People in general, I really think so, are starving for a bit of humanity on the screen. And funding bodies and film investment companies can only see dollar signs and never risk going into the real world away from money matters and explore the human soul and the endless possibilities of the human spirit. Film would be the ideal medium to do it in. We are human beings, for heaven's sake, not walking dollar signs. I make films for fellow dreamers, not for bumps on seats. I don't know that you can know any of the details, but because I've had a bad time the last few years, we still managed to squeeze this film out of nowhere. And of course I thought, well, that must be the end then of all the filmmaking, but a few weeks ago I was watching, unfortunately I was watching a bit of television, and then suddenly I saw this story and heard this story about ISIS fighters shooting fleeing children in the back. These kids are throwing a few stones at men in uniforms, and they were just mowed down when they fled. One of the mothers held her child that had just died and begged the soldiers to please kill me too. And when I saw that, something broke in me. I think I've worked so hard and fought so hard to actually live and survive, and also always try to make films about the so-called human condition and things that matter, but matter to me. But to get the money for that was always an enormous battle. And here we see something. I wanted the whole world to stop for a moment. After I saw this, I was so brutalized inside. I could not understand that the whole world wouldn't come to a halt, stop everything, all activity, don't move for a whole day. Think about where we are, what we're doing here, and where we're going to. That very moment, I decided to make another film. I'm terribly sorry to announce that. Because you cannot just let it. It's just the same like this film. Something incredible happened. I didn't want to know about it anymore, nor did I want to make a film about it. And it is not really about what happened to me. Nobody else would have made that film because the research would have taken too long and would be too painful. But it still had to be done because it was a unique experience that we live in a world where so many things are so terribly wrong, but that we have a few things right, like the phenomenal discovery that we can use an organ from a dead person and pop it into a living one. I would not be standing here, which is still remains an extraordinary event to even be standing here. So I've decided, I thought Force of Destiny was to be my last film, but that might not be the case. If I can fight off the cancer demons and find the money. So anyone that has to spare cash, please let me know. I very much hope you enjoy Force of Destiny. It's a film about love and beauty, the only things that really matter in life. The rest is basically all nonsense. Thank you.